So our next two presentations before we break for tea, afternoon tea, are two quite short 10-minute presentations. And the first of those is going to be given by Filip Vandeputte, who's the manager of CSR, DEME from Belgium. And he's going to talk about pioneering for climate solutions. And I'm sorry, Filip, I do not have a biography for you. So if you want to introduce yourself, by all means, in 5 seconds, that's fine.
Thank you. First, see how this works. Yep. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Filip Vandeputte. I work for DEME. I think DEME is known by most of you. We are globally active, basically as a dredging company. But our portfolio, widened the last couple of years because we addressed quite a few of today's societal challenges, and therefore you needed specific equipment, specific solutions. We have this growing population which gives specific problems. The scarcity of resources, the rising sea levels, pollutions, all of for that we have specific innovative technology. Last one, but one is very important, which was touched already a couple of times today. We pioneered also with this offshore wind technology. In fact, 15 years ago, I don't think many people believed in this technology, offshore wind turbines. Well, we developed and installed the first wind turbines offshore. And we keep on pioneering there. Innovation is really in our DNA. We believe that for a sustainable shift, you need to pioneer. You dare to innovate. That's our challenge. That's our sustainable goal. So, for instance, after this wind, we installed the first tidal turbines in the Sea of Scotland last year. So that's also something with challenges, but we overcome most of them. Then wave technology is also something we look in, and storage at sea. All of that needs specific technology. But that's not why I'm here for. I'm happy that I was asked to somehow bring a testimonial to advocate the use of LNG also in our industry, the dredging industry. We ordered today 6 big vessels, specific vessels, which will be propelled on with these dual fuel engines using liquefied natural gas. We have, I have to go back. So we have here 3 hoppers. One will be in operation very soon. It's the first dredger who can work actually on LNG. But we also ordered other specific equipment. Here you have the biggest cutter who will be in operation by beginning of 2019. It will be the most powerful one and working on LNG. We have also offshore installation vessels, which is ordered, and we have here the Livingstone, a multi-purpose and cable laying ship, where we had the keel laying, I think 4 or 5 months ago. So this is going fast. It's a really deliberate choice we made. And maybe you can wonder, isn't there a problem with the availability of LNG? Well, not. There is no problem. You see, this is really picking up fast. Also, it's something which is available, well, widespread over the globe, and many countries, regions are developing planning for new infrastructure. Also, the number of vessels who can work with this gas, with this natural liquefied natural gas, is evolving quickly. By the end of 2020, it is expected to have about 1,000 bigger vessels out there. So that's not too bad, I think. And it's, well, maybe we are the pioneer in our sector, the dredging sector, but you see that in many different segments of the market, the container, ro-ro, tank, bulk, well, all of them, they evolve very quickly. We hear that from the constructing firms that the orders are really coming fast now. And it's something global in all areas around the world. Of course, in Europe we have a big penetration, but you see that everywhere in the world the availability is no more a problem. Something else to point out, well, we talk a lot about is cargo, or let's say overseas ocean shipping, merchant shipping. In our field, dredging vessels, we have specific challenges. We happen to work most of the time near shore, inland waterways. So this brings to us very stringent emission levels. For instance, we do have these specialized emission areas where you can have only 1.1% of sulphur in our fuel, and we see that, or we can expect that soon we will have more of this kind of areas. So this is the sulphur thing, and then you expect by 2020 that the rest of the marine industry will have a 0.5% sulfur content. But actually we work already often in areas where you can have only 0.1% sulfur in fuel. Here you have a graph where there are the areas indicated where it is expected to have these more stringent sulfur conditions to work in. But it's not only sulfur. We all expect this tier 3 in 2020 for new built vessels, so that's also important. It's about nitrogen oxide, as we know. But society is asking more. They want clean air, and when you work near shores, well, particulate matters is important. For instance, our headquarters is based here in Antwerp, and it's a big thing, the particulate matters. So they create low emission zones, but when you're working in the port, this can be relevant. Maybe we have to go that way. In other parts of the world, smog is very relevant, so something which we encounter. And that's why we choose for dual fuel engines, because we can have both, again, when it comes to health and to the environment, the climate aspect. By using LNG, you have big reductions on sulfur and particulate matters. That's a clean fuel you start with, and then you have also very little nitrogen emission, a big reduction you can achieve there easily. It's clean technology. And also the potential when it comes to carbon is relevant. So when you look at the, let's say, the studies which are available, and it's quite a new technology, certainly in our industry, but you see that also from a life cycle analysis perspective, it's really a good thing to use LNG, surely inland and near ports and near shore, but also when it comes to the global or the greenhouse gas impact, it's really relevant to work with LNG. So we strive for a sustainable shift. Thank you, Todd. We'll manage. Everybody is looking for his tea. But what's important for us is that we cannot do that alone. We need really partnerships. It's mentioned already a couple of times here, and also we acknowledge that you need strong partnerships with the same goal. Innovative, dare to innovate, and it's not only with industry, with technology providers, but also scientists. They are very relevant there. So we make agreements there. So in conclusion, or what you can do is, let's say, stick on burning these heavy fuel oils or the marine diesel oil. That's not really making a difference when it comes to climate. You still continue burning the classic oil. With LNG, I think we can make a step forward, and it's a future fit solution. And maybe in future you can have a renewable feedstock there. Also, compared to the conventional way of operating, you have this black carbon, you have these nitrogen oxides, which are very, very relevant for both climate but also smog. And with these glass engines, you will have a much cleaner propulsion. The approach is also different. What we like to do is then we go beyond these emission standards because, well, in our game or in our industry, we work a bit everywhere, so there are many, many local regulations where we have to comply with. That's also a driver. But here, what you do, in fact, is you wait. Is there a regulation? Okay, then we will put something in action. We end something end of pipe, a filter, a scrubber, catalytic reduction things. But at the end, this will generate some waste. And what will you do with that waste? You have to bring it on land, bring it to a landfill, burn it, it's carbon again. So also the assurance of the real impact we do not have, since there's not really a regulation on the monitoring of what is the output. Here we think that, again, choosing for LNG is a source-oriented approach, which a positive impact for society, where that is secured. Thank you very much.